Hello everyone, I am Professor Deepak Bhoge. Welcome you all in this video. In this video, we are going to see MCQ on power cycles. This MCQ will be helpful to you for various competitive exams like RTO, SSC, JE, ESC, MES, RRB, and uh, another technical MPSC technical exams. Now, first MCQ. Reverse Carnot cycle comprises. This MCQ was asked in AMUI 2017. Four options are given: two isentropic processes and two adiabatic processes. Second option, two isentropic and two isothermal. Third option, two isentropic, two constant pressure. And fourth option, two isentropic and two constant volume process. Now this is a reverse Carnot cycle. For reverse Carnot cycle, there are two isothermal and two isentropic process. So option 2 is correct. So reverse Carnot cycle comprises two isentropic and two isothermal process. And if it is a only Carnot cycle, for Carnot cycle also there are two isentropic and two isothermal process. Next MCQ. In air standard assumptions, all the processes that make up the cycle are internally. In air standard cycles, all the processes are reversible, so option 1 is correct. Rankine cycle efficiency of a good steam power plant should be in the range. This MCQ was asked in AMUI 2017. Now for Rankine cycle, if it is for a good steam power plant, the efficiency lies in between 35% to 45%. So option 2 is correct. Next MCQ. For internally reversible processes like 1 to 2 isentropic compression, 2 to 3 constant volume heat addition, 3 to 4 isentropic expansion, 4 to 1 constant volume heat rejection. This ideal cycle is called as diesel cycle, dual cycle, Otto cycle, none of this. Now this cycle is called as Otto cycle. In Otto cycle, the two processes are isentropic and two are the constant volume process. So for these questions, answer 3 is correct, and this is the Otto cycle. In diesel cycle, there are two constant pressure process and two isentropic process. So red colored one is the diesel cycle. And for dual cycle, the heat additions takes place at a constant volume and constant pressure. So this should be the dual cycle. Next questions. Thermal efficiency of a closed cycle gas turbine plant is increased by options: reheating, intercooling, regenerated, and all of the above. For to increase the efficiency of a closed cycle gas turbine, we have to do all these three things, that is a reheating, intercooling, and regenerators. So all these three will improve the efficiency of a closed cycle gas turbine. So option 4 is correct. Next questions. MCQ on power cycle. The fraction of the heat input that is converted to net work output is a measure of the performance of a heat engine and is called as. The heat engine performance is checked with the help of efficiency. So efficiency of a heat engine is work divided by heat supplied. Now in this diagram I have shown the heat engine where W is the output and Q1 is the input. So this ratio is called as a efficiency, and that efficiency is called as a thermal efficiency. So for these questions, answer options 3 is correct, that is a thermal efficiency. Next MCQ. A cyclic heat engine does a 50 kilojoule work per cycle. The efficiency of a heat engine is 75%. The heat rejected per cycle is, options are 16 kilojoule, 33 kilojoule, 37 kilojoule and 60 kilojoule. Now if you see read the problem, 50 kilojoule work is given and efficiency is given. We know the efficiency formula. Efficiency is a W upon Q1, where Q1 is the heat supplied. So we are getting the heat supplied as a 66.67 kilojoule. But now, and this option is there. No option is there. Now generally in the options they will provide this 66.66 kilojoule. Then maximum students will click these options. But thing is that here heat rejected is asked. So for heat rejected, from the first law of thermodynamics we can use Q1. Here energy input is equal to energy output, so Q1 is equal to Q2 plus W. So Q2 is equal to Q1 minus W. Q1 is a 66.67 minus 50, so heat rejected is a 16.67 kilojoule. So close option is option 1. So option 1 is correct. So for this question, option 1 is correct, that is a 16 kilojoule. Next MCQ. In steam power plant, the pump handles the liquid which has a very small specific volume, and the turbine handles the vapor whose volume is many times larger. Therefore, work output of a turbine is the work input to the pump. Now, in this problem, you can read pump handles the liquid and turbine handles the vapor, and we know that vapor volume is very high as compared to the liquid volume. So, then what is asked? Therefore, work output of the turbine is the work input to the pump. So, first option many times larger than, second many times smaller than, third equal to, and fourth none of this. So these are the four options. Now if you see the thermal power plant cycle on the HS plane, where 1 to 2 is the turbine work and 3 to 4 is the compression process in the pump. So 1 to 2 is expansion in the turbine and 3 to 4 is the compression in the pump. And if you calculate from this HS diagram, this is enthalpy difference between 1 to 2 process, that is called as H1 minus H2 is the turbine work. So turbine work is H1 minus H2. Similarly, pump work is H4 minus H3, and from this diagram it is clear that H4 minus H3 is a very small as compared to H1 minus H2. Therefore, the turbine work is many times larger than the pump work. So option 1 is correct. So for these questions, option 1 is correct. Next, steam is the most common working fluid used in a vapor power cycle because of its availability, low cost, high enthalpy of vaporization, all of the above. Now steam is formed from the water, and water possesses all these properties. It is easily available, which is free of cost at a very low cost. Water has a high enthalpy of vaporization. So because of these three or many other good properties, this water is used as a working substance in thermal power plant. So option 4 is correct. The ratio of brake power output to the fuel energy input per unit time is called volumetric efficiency, thermal efficiency, mechanical efficiency, and relative efficiency. So for these questions, answer 2 is correct. It is a thermal efficiency. So brake power to the energy input or heat input is nothing but the thermal efficiency. So option 2 is correct. In a reciprocating, next MCQ, in reciprocating engines, the ratio of volume at the bottom dead center to the volume at the top dead center is called. So first option, efficiency ratio, compression ratio, failure ratio, and demand ratio. Now, if you see in this block diagram, the piston is now at the top dead center and above volume is called as a clearance volume. When pistons reaches at the BDC, the total volume above the piston will be Vc plus Vs. So this ratio Vc upon Vs is nothing but the compression ratio. So option 2 is correct for these questions. So the ratio Vc upon clearance volume divided by total volume of the cylinder, that is called as a compression ratio. So for these questions option 2 is correct. Thank you very much.